Right, so to solve quadratic equations, you could be given an example, something like this here. Now, the goal of these questions is to get your answer in the form of something like x minus 2 times x plus 3 equal to 0. Something like that. If you have your answer down this far, you know that either this bracket is equal to 0 or this bracket is equal to 0. So you'll have either x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0. So you'd have x is equal to, add 2 to both sides there, x equal to plus 2, or subtract 3 from both sides here, or x is equal to minus 3. So this is the goal for these questions, is to get to this stage here and then let the two brackets equal to 0. Now for the problem that we have, it's a little bit different than that. So I'll just do that again. Now, we don't have it near that form yet. So what I'd suggest is you bring everything over to one side. So I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. I'll do it in a different colour there too. So I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. That gets rid of this 12. And I'm going to subtract minus 5x from both sides as well. So that will leave us with 0 is equal to 3x squared minus 5x minus 12. Now we're at the stage where we can factorise this out. So if we put brackets in, we want to be thinking, first thing we look for is this sign here. Because that's a negative sign, we know that the two signs in the brackets, one is going to be positive and one is going to be negative. We also look to this 3x squared. So we have to have a 3x in one bracket and an x in another. And now we're looking for factors of 12 that will multiply to give 12. But when you put them in the brackets here, we'll get they'll add to give minus 5x. And the solution for this, I've already got it here, is that you've got a plus 4 and a minus 3. Plus 4 minus 3 gives us the minus 12. 4 by x gives us 4x. Minus 3 by 3x, that gives us minus 9x. This gives us plus 4x. So that gives us the minus 5x we want. Let's get rid of them. So when we have it in this form, we can start doing the question, right? So we're very nearly the end of it, really, to be honest. So what we've got is, we've got two things multiplied that give 0. Now the only way that we know that we could have an answer of 0 here is that if one of these here is equal to 0, either that one there or that one there is equal to 0. So we'll do that. We let 3x plus 4 equal to 0, and we let x minus 3 equal to 0. It's a simple thing now, it's a simple equation, we just want to find an answer for x. So for this one, we have to do first is get rid of that plus 4. To get rid of a plus 4, if you subtract 4 from both sides, you'd end up with 3x is equal to minus 4. To get rid of that 3 multiplied by x, if we divide both sides by 3, that will get rid of that 3, and we get x is equal to minus 4 over 3. That's our first solution, or our first answer. The next equation is way easier. We've just got x minus 3 is equal to 0. All we have to do there is just add 3 to both sides, and we get an answer of x is equal to 3. So this answer here is like saying that x can be either minus 4 over 3 or 3, and this equation will work. Just to prove it, I'm just going to throw 3 back into the equation. So if I've got 5x, I'm going to put it over here, we've got 5x plus 12 is equal to 3x squared. So if I put in either of those two numbers, this equation should be true. So if I put in 3 for x, 3 squared, I'll put all the other numbers in, you've got 5 plus 12 is equal to 3 times this. So 5 3's are 15, plus 12 is 27. This one here is 3 by 9, which is equal to 27. So we know that's true. Now you don't have to do this step. Once you get to here, your answer is complete.